So you've gone ahead and started a social media marketing agency. You've got everything set up, the structure's right, you've got your services down, but you just don't know how to price your services. Well, I've got you guys in today's video because that's what we're going to be talking about in today's video. So guys, welcome back. In today's video, we're going to be talking about how to price your social media marketing services in 2018. So guys, I just want to say that now that I've gone through a couple of courses from some of the top names in the industry, now I can actually start to say, like, I've actually got confidence in the stuff that I'm trying to say. You know, I've actually got some knowledge behind me and the stuff that I'm actually saying. Took Ty Lopez's course, took Iman Gaji's course. And one of the problems is that around the space you're being misled. You've been misled. You're being fed some bullshit. Like, some of these courses, bar Eman's, actually teach you that, you know, you should just be charging £1,000 for your services. Yeah, just charge $1,000 for your services, and that's it. Like, there's no explanation for it, which is just completely fucking stupid. And like, that's not what it's supposed to be like. So I'm actually going to teach you how to price your actual services that actually makes sense. You can run numbers by clients, and it will make sense to them too. Because I know that when you're just being told, you know, charge £1,000 to run some ads for them, it just doesn't make sense. Why are you charging £1,000? You could either be undercharging, overcharging, or you've just got no way to justify the price. So that's what I'm going to be teaching you here today, guys. So stay tuned. So guys, we're going to actually talk about how to price your paid advertising services. So, you know, like paid traffic, Facebook ads, all that good stuff. We're going to talk about how to price that here right now. The first thing you guys need to realize is that you need to price your services based on your client's customers' lifetime value, so the LTV. It's not just how many customers you can bring in a month and price it that way. It's not done like that. So how you actually find out your customers' LTV is you actually go to Google and type in whatever niche you're in. So you say, like, what's the LTV for a restaurant customer, and a lot of stuff will come up. Or what's the LTV for a gym customer, and a lot of shit will come up, guys. Believe me, just do the search. There's a couple of different ways to find your customer's LTV, but I'll run through a quick basic one with you right here, right now. So for example, if your client is a gym and you've got to bring in people who are interested in gyms, and let's say that the gym charges £45 per head per month. So one customer is worth £45 a month because they're on a monthly plan. Now, to find the lifetime value of that customer, it's not just that £145 that you're going to bring in. So for example, if you bring in 10 customers, that's £450 because you've just brought in 10 customers that 1 month. It's not priced like that. You price it like this. You take the £45 that one customer's worth, and you times that by how long that customer remains on that monthly plan. So for example, if you got one customer that's worth £45, times that by 12. Let's say that the average customer stays on for, you know, 12 months. If they do, again, you have to do the research to find out the number, but let's say they stay on for 12 months. So it's £45 times 12, that's £540. So each one customer is worth £540 to that gym. So that's how you price your services. Now that you found the LTV of a customer, now you can justify why you're charging 1 to 2K, let's call it 1.5K a month for your services. Because then you can actually show your client, hey, well, each customer is worth £540 to you on average. That's their LTV. And a lot of businesses won't even know their own LTV. Like, so they'll actually be shocked that you know these sort of numbers. And these numbers come through, you know, niche research. So now that you found out that one customer is worth £540, now you can tell your client, hey, this is why we're actually charging you £1,500 a month. Because we know that if we bring 6 people into your business, that's actually worth £3,200 or something like that, which is a 2x ROI. So you guys actually make double your money, and that's what business owners want to see. So guys, don't just be pricing your services at 1K or 2K and not even having like a justifiable answer for why you're doing that. You could be massively underpricing your services or even massively overcharging people. And if you're going to go into a business and start talking numbers like that, at least have some sort of way to justify your numbers, because that's just disrespectful if you're going into someone's business and you don't even know your own numbers, guys. Come on. So guys, how do you actually price content management, content creation, and growing someone's social media, so like social media management? I do agree that this one is a little bit harder, but you have to literally sit and work this out with the client. You have to actually work out how much is a single follower worth to that business. So for example, if your math says that one follower is worth £2 each, then you know that if you bring 500 followers a month, you've justified your 1k price because they've just broken even. So if you're charging 1k for management, growth, content creation, that sort of stuff, and you bring in 500 followers, let's say 250 on Facebook, 250 on Instagram, then you've justified your price that way, because each follower or page is worth £2, because in the future that these followers are eventually going to become customers, because this is traffic you own now. Again, if you don't know about the 3 types of traffic, I mentioned it in my last video. If you haven't watched my last video, I definitely recommend you do that real quick. But yeah, guys, if you know that each follower is worth £2 and you're charging £1,000 per month, then you know that you have to bring in 500 new followers or page likes, and that is just very, very easy to do, especially if you're putting some sort of money towards ad budget, which I do recommend. I recommend you take maybe £150, £200 out of the £1,000 service price for your services, and just use that on growing their social media, and you'll definitely be able to get results from that, guys. You'll definitely be able to grow it more than 1,000. So I'm gonna tell you some of my numbers, because I know some of you are probably wondering. Well, one of my growth packages, again, I don't like the word packages, so I'll say services, is actually £1,000. What we do is we create your content, we distribute your posts. So we actually create content, like the actual photos, we post the photos, write the captions, and we actually take £150 out of that to grow your actual social media from that. So guys, I actually don't recommend you doing anything less than £700, because I don't see how you're going to get a good return on your time for that, especially if you're using outsourcers like a photographer and maybe a content manager, and you've got to pay those guys. Like, I know you could probably get some guy to do it for cheap, like your management, you can get someone to do that for cheap, but I wouldn't recommend getting some like super cheap guy to doing that, because obviously it's posting on behalf of your client, and if they fuck up, then it looks bad on you. So yeah, don't go below like £700 for like a growth package or whatever you guys are doing, growth services or whatever you guys are doing. But for like paid traffic, you definitely need to be working on a LTV, so lifetime value basis, and it all comes down to the maths, guys. So I'll just give you a realistic number of what I'm working with at the moment. So for example, if it's for a restaurant, let's say a customer goes in the restaurant and on average they spend £20 on a visit, but they visit twice a month, so that's £40 a month. If you times that by 12, that's £480 a year. So one customer's worth £480. Now I think realistically I could bring in 5 people per month using Facebook ads pretty easily. At the minimum 5, actually, at the bare minimum. I'd be very, very surprised if I can't bring in 5 people, but 480 times 5 is 2.4k. Now I want to bring a 2x ROI, so I half that. So 2,400 divided by 2 is 1,200. So I actually charge 1,200. Then I keep £1,000 to myself, use 200 on Facebook ads, and bring in 5 customers, and that's how I would price paid traffic. So guys, don't just be throwing random numbers out there like, oh, I'm just gonna charge 2k, because you just don't know how many customers you can bring in, or what your customer's LTV is. Like, I just don't get it. How can you ever even contemplate just saying, yeah, I'm just gonna charge £1,000 for a business per month? That's just fucking stupid, guys. So don't do that shit. But anyway, that's all for today's video, guys. Please drop me a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.